Hello. In this lesson, we're going to look at goal setting. More specifically, we're going to look at setting achievable, incremental, and measurable goals. To begin with, if you're not quite sure what your goals are, pursue your passions. The best advice my father ever gave me was, you're going to spend the rest of your life working. Enjoy your work. Of course, he also told me, life is over at 21, so you may as well kill yourself after that. He was such a kidder, my dad. But he was also right. If you're not sure of your goals, pursue your passions. Still not sure what I mean? Consider turning your hobbies into your job. After all, aren't your hobbies what you naturally gravitate to? Aren't those the things that you love? Shouldn't that be the thing that you're doing to make money? So what's a passion? Maybe you still don't quite understand. It's something that will keep you up working and engaged until 2 a.m. in the morning, because that's what it often takes to achieve great things. And then there's money. Money is the ultimate affirmation. Kind words from friends and family are nice. Reviews and thumbs up are positively dandy. But having someone lay down their hard-earned cash for something you created is the ultimate validation. Plus, you can spend the money on stuff. The dream come true, let me relate it for you. If you become good enough at what you're making money at, you can even quit your job and make a living doing what you love. Isn't that everybody's goal? So, your art versus money. It's an interesting balancing act. Next, let's look at what makes a goal achievable. Achievable goals are realistic. An unachievable goal makes no sense, like, I want to be a one-armed drummer for the band Def Leppard. Now, I give you this example because there actually is a one-armed drummer for the band Def Leppard. So, unachievable goals, if you really want the goal bad enough, it's achievable. But unachievable goals are often too grand, and see the next slide about this. So, achievable goals can be accomplished in a relatively short period of time. Now, what makes a goal incremental? The following goal is too grand. I want to be a concert violinist. Especially if you have yet to begin with, I'd like to learn to play violin. Goals can and should be split into smaller, achievable, incremental, and measurable goals, keeping the ultimate goal in mind. So, obtain a violin, learn to play violin, and join the community orchestra would all be good incremental or short-term goals on the way to achieving your ultimate goal, your long-term goal of becoming a concert violinist. So what makes a goal measurable? A goal is measurable when you can easily tell whether you achieved it. The following goal is not measurable. I want to become a star someday. The following is a reinterpretation of that goal to make it measurable. I want to win an Oscar before I'm 30. Notice that this includes the goal of winning an Oscar and the time constraint of by the time I'm 30. This is a fairly specific goal, and I could tell you whether you achieve it or not. How about, I want to become a bestseller someday, versus, I want to become an Amazon Kindle top 100 seller within 3 years. So someday has been replaced with 3 years, and bestseller has been replaced with the specific Amazon Kindle Top 100 bestseller. Now, one of the things that may help you is creating a hierarchy of goals. One way to keep your end goal in sight, as if you'd ever forget, while focusing on your short-term and thus more measurable goals, is to build a hierarchy of goals. For instance, become a concert pianist in 10 years. That's my long-term goal. Obtain a violin this week is a short-term goal. Learn to play violin in a year is another short-term goal. Join the local orchestra in 1 year is a short-term goal, and on and on. And in fact, If it helps, you might want to break your short-term goals into even shorter goals. And write it down. Record this stuff. Somehow writing it down magically makes it real. My last piece of advice. When overwhelmed, remember this. You can only do one thing at a time. So what's your most important goal? In the next lesson, we'll be looking at motivation or building momentum.